Hello and welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Until now, nearly 50 countries around the world have implemented the COVID-19 vaccination for children from 5 to 12 years old. The Ministry of Health of Vietnam has also prepared step by step to vaccinate for this group. According to Dr. Nguyễn Như Thái, head of immunization unit, Đồng Nai General Hospital, everyone is at risk of contracting COVID-19, including children. The rate of COVID-19 in children under 18 years old in our country is 19.2%, equivalent to about 500,000 children, including 200 deaths. The mortality rate in children is lower than that of adults, but there are still many potential risks for children with COVID-19 who have underlying diseases, such as overweight and obesity. Therefore, the COVID-19 vaccination for children from 5 to 12 years old is necessary. The Ministry of Health affirmed that vaccination for children from 5 to 12 years old will be carried out step by step, cautiously. The issue of safety in vaccination is put first and foremost. Yesterday, Deputy Minister of Health Nguyễn Trường Sơn signed new guidelines on medical isolation with F1 cases. According to the guidance of Ministry of Health, F1 who has been injected at least 2 doses of COVID-19 vaccines, the last dose injected at least 14 days before or has been cured within 3 months before the time the person is determined F1, will be in 5-day quarantine at home or other quarantine areas. In this case, the test is performed on the 5th day. Those who are F1 and have not received the full dose should be isolated for 7 days. This group are tested on the 7th day of isolation period. If the result is negative, they will be monitored for 3 more days, strictly implement 5K policy, and report to health authorities if they have abnormal symptoms. On the 21st of February, Vietnam National Administration of Tourism informed about plans to reopen tourism activities, welcome international visitors, and bring Vietnamese tourists abroad under the normal conditions from March 15. Currently, the tourism industry is still implementing the second phase of welcoming international tourists, included in package tours. After March 15, it is accepted that tourists don't need to participate in the package tour when they have been vaccinated fully, but they need to have a quick test in 24 hours or a PCR test within 72 hours. Currently, domestic flights have been fully restored. One of the remaining problems is that Vietnam has accepted vaccine passports of 79 countries. However, only more than 10 countries have recognized Vietnam's vaccine passports. After 4 months, 7 selected pilot localities have welcomed about 9,000 international visitors. After the pilot phase, from March 15, the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism officially allows all localities to receive international tourists. On February the 21st, Russian President Vladimir Putin delivered an important message to the people. In it, he announced recognition of independence of Donetsk and Luhansk. In a speech of more than 15 minutes, the Russian leader addressed many important issues. At the end of his speech, he announced that he had signed a decree recognizing the independence of the 2 territories of Donetsk and Luhansk in Donbas of Ukraine. At the same time, the Russian leader demanded Ukraine to stop hostility against people in Donbas. In the opposite case, all responsibility for possible bloody hostility rests with the Kiev regime. On the same day, the Russian president asked the Ministry of Defense to send peacekeeping units to Donetsk and Luhansk, in line with the decree recognizing these 2 regions. According to the decree, Russia has a right to build military bases in the 2 breakaway territories in Ukraine under a new agreement with the leaders of separatist groups. Yesterday, EU added 22 officials from Myanmar military junta and 4 government-related companies to its sanction list for their involvement in the current crackdown following last year's coup. After McKinsey about decision, the number of Myanmar officials, those assets have been frozen by EU and banned from visa issuance, is up to 65 people, while 10 companies have been subjected to EU sanctions since the Myanmar military came power in February 2021. Among individuals subject to the new round of sanctions are the Ministers of Investment, Industry and Information, officers from the Election Commission, and many senior members of the military. In addition, 2 state-owned mining and energy companies are also included in the EU sanctions list. In the statement, the EU again called for an immediate cessation of hostilities, an end to the wrong use of force, and a state of emergency. That's all we have for today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Dong Nai Radio and Television Station.